Why does the black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man? Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything he wants to do enriches the European?
Welcome to the desert of the real.
You are now listening to 13 Revolution on BAIO Radio. Here is your host, Minister Dawud Muhammad.
We have the esteemed honor. We got Brother Mikha'el Imani with us.
Oh, well, okay, yeah.
How you doing,
I'm sorry
brother?
to cut you off, but I don't get this brother all the time. So, brother, how's everything going, brother?
I'm doing good. Just want to, I'm listening to the show. This, and just very much agreeing with what you're saying, because I've been thinking about that exact same thing that you've been saying. Like, of course, this is it'll be a long process, but it's necessary. And the one thing you say again is defense. That is absolutely vital. I was just thinking about again. How do you say okay, you want to establish everything there? Okay, the first thing I thought about was like, how do we get from this continent over to that continent, crossing an ocean? And, it's like, okay, how do you defend yourself against something like that? Because, there are things like, how they be like, we don't want no Negroes over there. We're not going to have that. So it's like, how do we, these things that we also have to think about? Because, again, the idea of, an independent African nation that, that's not part of, originally part of the African continent, but trained in United States. But we want to get up out of here because, again, as you mentioned before, we're tired of being shot for no reason other than the color of our skin, and losing our children, or losing our women just because they fit the profile, quote unquote. That has to stop. So again, we do have to have this. But knowing that, as Bobby White said, talk about the psychopathic racial personality. So these systems, these are psychopaths. They like, we hate you, but we're not going to let you go either. So, but it's like, fine. but I'm like, it doesn't matter. We have to do something.
Without a doubt, brother. Can you speak to the network aspect of this? Can you speak to because I remember I was given the 5 top threats, and one of them was cybersecurity. So can you speak to that aspect? Because I know that's the background that you come from.
Well, so actually, I'm trying to actually get into to that field, but just working with systems for years now. The one thing that is vital, assets. Again, you define what the assets are, and being able to protect those. Because the one thing, again, people talk about, just say, well, this security thing, we'll put it in the cloud and so forth. I'm like, okay, great. You want to put it in the cloud. Question: did you create that cloud? No. Okay, that's the first. Second problem, do you control the means of transmission, i.e., do you control your own trunk line for the information to go through? No. Okay. That's another. Okay. So I'm like, how do you even do that? So those are things that we're going to have to, come up with, the technical aspect. Like, if we're going to have communications, that stuff's going to have to be secured. But if we use the tools that we have available now, understand those tools were not created by us, and they were created with backdoors. That's just
without a doubt, brother. And that's why, as you were saying, I was going, because that's the thing is, if you work with the system, that's how you think. You know what I'm saying? If you work with the system, then you know the different components of it because you have to troubleshoot it. So there's a transmission point. There's an ending point such as a server. That. People literally like remember that there was that movie with I think it was Cameron Diaz and some other dude, and they took a picture of them having sex or something crazy like that, and he says, well, where did it go? He goes, in the cloud. Where's the cloud? Nobody knows where the cloud is. There's no such thing as a cloud. It's a server somewhere.
Exactly.
Basically.
Right.
But they think that it goes up into the sky somewhere.
It's a secured server, quote unquote. But yeah, it's secured from people who don't know anything, but not from the admin who sees everything.
Right. Exactly. So go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, like I posted today, that there was a movie that I just watched today that I found very interesting called Traveling Salesman. You might want to check that movie out because it kind of speaks to all things that you're actually talking about. It's not a super action thriller or anything like that. It's more mental. But if you listen to what they're talking about, perfect sense. We're talking about, what controls the world? Algorithms. Making the perfect algorithm. That's the main thing. Cause I'm not a programmer. I'm teaching myself a little bit, but I'm not there yet. But those people who create algorithms, those are the most valued people. Those are the true cyber warriors. That's why I posted that red team, blue team stuff.
Right.
When it comes to network security, I say if you're getting the security field, you have to know both aspects. You have to know how to attack, so that way you know how to defend. Because if you just like, I know how to defend against this, okay, how does the attacker think? I don't know. How do you defend it? If you don't know where they're from, what they're going to do. So you learn both. That's what I said, that red team are the attackers, blue teams are the defenders. So when we start doing the network stuff, we want to definitely get people trained in network security, because understand that's going to be one of the most vulnerable points, because the way things work now, everything's going through computers. This is not 1,000 years ago where you're going to have legions of men stationed here and one up on a mountain with and blowing a horn saying here come the Huns. That doesn't exist anymore. It's going to be ones and zeros that's coming at you.
Right, brother.
That's the bullets. Those are the arrows. It's those zeros and the ones. And if you don't know and how these zeros and ones come together, that's the note. Basically, that is the weapon. It's like it could be a specially crafted TCP packet that gets in there. You get in there, it's a wrap if you don't know what you're doing.